So we have to speak about self-deceit on the twin flame journey. It's important to talk about this because even though this sounds like an unwelcome topic in general, and for you yourself in particular, perhaps, but when you can get past self-deceit and know your way through this phenomenon, you will have such an advantage in moving along the journey much more quickly and to the right target that is your ultimate lover, your true twin flame. In harmonious union, the state of consciousness it is all about and from which your physical being together will be birthed safely and joyfully, and your mission business developments too. So let's talk about that. 1. Self-deceit on the twin flame journey in your twin flame. So this can mean that you think that this person here is your true twin flame, and you live as though that is so. And you start to invest everything that you are and have in that relationship. And they may behave in ways that make you feel that they're the one, and they may really do a lot about that and really make sure that they behave the part. But are they really? There can be a lot of deception in identifying the twin flame. This is also when you look online, on YouTube channels, for instance, what you are doing, right? To people that say that they are with their twin flame. This is my twin flame. Here we are. We have a camera, and now we can record our being together as twin flames in whatever way, shape, or form. But is it their twin flame? See, when you don't have clarity because your mind is at a deeper level, together with Source, in an initiated matter, it can be real hard to identify who are true twin flames. And then even to identify who is your true twin flame. It's even more difficult because it is now about yourself. And it is always hard for people to see themselves correctly. It seems much more easy to judge things that we see outside. We get a beautiful so-called objective, quote-unquote, overview of them, and then we can see yes or no or this or that. But ourselves, I just say this part in general, that is more difficult in general, right? And that is also true for the twin flame. Because maybe you are just really hoping and wanting and projecting this idea out onto them that you really want it and you really want to have this work because it is time for you. You just want it. You want to have success. You want to have your efforts make sense. Maybe you're investing a lot into it, And it can be that they're not. And you will get to know that by going all the way in the inner work. Don't stop when you meet this person and it seems to be going together with some signs and it starts off in a butterfly way. Don't stop there. Go deeper. Keep on checking in with them, with yourself. Keep on doing the inner work, the specific inner work for twin flames. The key exercise that tries to bring you back to your divine core. because that's where the true twin flame lives. If you've done inner work and you're there now as outcome, and they don't seem it anymore, then they're not dead. And the true twin flame will be revealed each and every time, again and again and again, as fitting with you 100% when you've done your inner work. That's the difference. So keep on doing that inner work. That's also the only way that you will reach the harmonious union state of consciousness or state of being that it is all about. Certainly when you keep on coming back to me here, because that's what I'm about. I can't do anything else for you. That's what we're doing here. Keep on doing your inner work. Go to harmonious twin flame union, because that is when you know that it is the true twin flame, because now you've clicked into that state of consciousness correctly, and you have the beginning, the seed of starting to see for yourself and later on also the world, and this will develop further in you. And then you could also judge all these people and these couples on YouTube videos. And you might not be able to do that now. And that's a big disadvantage, because you actually would want that. You need that now, where you're now in the journey. That's where you need it, right? You need to know if this person on this video is legit. You need to know if this twin flame teacher speaks the truth. Now, not later when you already have your own harmonious twin flame union. And that's such a difficult gap that you can't see it right now, but you actually need that information to judge for yourself who to listen to, who has it for real. Because it cannot be judged from a position of not being in harmonious union, the consciousness state. It cannot be judged from the wrong consciousness state. It cannot be judged from looking at the outside features only. Is their camera beautiful? Are they beautiful people? Are they young or old? Do they look alike? This is all about their looks. It has nothing to do with that. Even things like, are they psychologically doing the right thing to each other? It could be very much still the outside you're looking at, because that's not the inside. The inside is something else. The inside needs to have a viewer that has an inside view, an inner view, inner seeing, in the inner reality of your third eye. That's where you can see, are they true twin flames, yes or no? When you are correctly attuned with Source. It's like making the instrument of your inner seeing work correctly, on the right vibration, on the right tone. And then you can inner see it for yourself and more for other people. So it's an inner seeing if these people are true twin flames in videos. And you need that actually now, while you can that later on after harmonious union, after you've developed this inner seeing. And that's difficult. So you need to decide one day who you're going to believe, who on the internet, who on YouTube do you feel is a genuine person, not only because they're likable, their looks are good, they're kind, they know their way into social media very well, but importantly, they have this depth of being, feeling, and teaching. And that is the one that you should trust to maybe know if all these people on these YouTube videos are actually twin flames of one another. Of course, they are twin flames because that's just a deeper layer of being human for everyone. But are they twin flames of each other? Or is this one person that you see in harmonious union? Is this one person that you see connected to their true twin flame? That you decide who you want to listen to for that judgment. Listen with your heart. Who really wants to help you without an agenda and without whipping you around in strange methods that lead you nowhere? You decide what that is going to be. The deceit in your twin flame. You can't see it for yourself between you and this person that you hope is your twin flame, think is your twin flame. And you often can't see it for these people that present themselves as twin flames on YouTube videos. The fact that they say, hello, here we are twin flames, doesn't mean that they are. The fact that they say, I'm a twin flame teacher, doesn't mean that they are. And you gotta work that out somehow. Everyone can say, this is my twin flame. I also did that with my false twin flame and it was wrong. And now I'm correctly attuned because I continued the journey until further than I ever thought I needed to inner evolve. That's when it happened, harmonious union. And that's when it happened, being initiated as teacher as well, in my case, not necessarily in yours. 2. Self-deceit on the twin flame journey in your teacher. Well, that's kind of bad because I already gave that away in point 1. Maybe we're already at the end of the video like this. In your teacher, you have to decide who is the teacher that can help you to go to harmonious twin flame union that births your physical being together. And you do that with your heart, knowing that people on YouTube that say we're twin flames are not necessarily twin flames. Do they have harmonious union? Even should it really truly be their twin flame in flesh and blood, that doesn't mean that they are in harmonious union together also. Are these people, besides hopefully being true twin flames, hopefully being in harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state, are they, in fact, initiated by life itself as teachers? Life brings you into a turnaround of you that is the teacher initiation, that is not being able to be undone anymore at a certain point on the journey. If that's for you, if you click in there, then that will happen. And that is not a marketing slogan. It is not a website branding. It is not a YouTube channel. It is not a role that I take in professionally. It is something that happens on the level of life itself. To be a spiritual teacher with the depth of twin flames that can make you have the twin flame that is the end of the true spiritual journey, or beyond the end already right now, and knows how to guide you through that, and has experience with that, and has results in students that have gone just like them to harmonious twin flame union, and that has experienced preferably a couple of years to also have a lot of things go wrong, people fall away from their journey, so that they know what works and what doesn't work, so that they know how people react, what they do, and that they often choose against their own twin flame path, because that's what students do. And they know how to deal with that by now, after a couple of years, after being in harmonious union, the consciousness state with your true twin flame, plus being brought to a teachership that can't be turned around anymore by life itself. In other words, by source, by the universe, by God, by Divine Mother, however you want to call it. And they have a couple of years of experience. That's what I would advise would be a spiritual twin flame teacher that can give you what you want, being together with the true twin flame, so that you don't invest all your time and money and the rest of your life into someone that at one day in the future or future lifetimes will come out to be the false one. You don't want that, right? Bring you together with them right now already in your spiritual journey, so that you can walk the rest of your spiritual journey, which is just a life journey. It's the consciousness journey. It's just keep on learning. That's what it means. Keep on becoming happier. And while doing that, being joyful together. That's what that means. And they can bring you there. I would search for a teacher that is there. I would search in your heart to know if that is so. And ask God, ask Source, ask your relationship with the angels, with the universe. Ask for yourself who that is that can help you with what you desire. Don't think that because people are on YouTube, they are what they say they are. Please don't think that. You are in self-deceit on the twin flame journey. Very many people that have a camera pointed towards them and talk about twin flames don't actually know what they're talking about. And they certainly don't have it firsthand developed together with Divine Mother herself in an active co-creation. Second-hand information is already meaning that it's not a spiritual twin flame teacher. Did you know that? Because a spiritual teacher, again, is not a role that you take in because you want to brand yourself or because you want to have a new career. You are a teacher when that happens for you, with you, together with God, in life itself. That's what a teacher is. And it certainly exists. And it is no problem. Just recognize the right thing. It is not someone with ideas and marketing skills. It is not someone that wants to be a teacher, so they're just going to begin somewhere, while not having walked the journey, not having completed the work themselves. That's not what that is. A teacher is a sacred gift of God to you. Just like it is a sacred gift of the universe to be a student, to allow yourself to be a student, so that you can learn, so that you can take in the beautiful, purifying energy of the teacher itself inside of you. This will quicken you. This will reset you. This will give you what you are looking for. And together you can bring the student at harmonious twin flame union. That's what you want. Be wise. 3. Self-deceit on the twin flame journey in yourself. I mean, that's what it all comes down to, isn't it? We deceive ourselves because we're not fully aware of ourselves yet. We're not in conscious awareness of everything that we are and that our unconscious mind includes. Self-deceit is very common on the twin flame journey. It is when you deceive yourself about who the true twin flame is. It's when you deceive yourself about who a true teacher is. It is when you deceive yourself about what is the truth for you, about what your true identity is, about who you truly are. And you don't want to see that, you don't want to recognize that, you don't want to know it. Self-deception is very common on the spiritual journey and on the spiritual twin flame journey. Just as much. Maybe even more. It is when you are falling for outer images and outer ideas that are not congruent exactly with the inner truth of life, of the divine, the universe, or however you want to call it. Self-deceit can come into being inside of you in very many ways. And it is closely intertwined with psychological issues that sometimes can be perceived as having gotten it from other people, that is involuntary, come over you, just like something like a narcissistic parent that is a false persona, not relational to the child. So that the child, because we're talking about developmental psychology now, doesn't learn to relate to themselves correctly and to their true self. Their true self is being denied to exist, and they might also develop a false self. And this can, when you're grown up, when you're an adult, go in all kinds of strange directions for how that comes out. Something that is programmed into you as a small child will show up in the world and in your behavior and what you attract and what you manifest in your life as an adult as huge pockets of false experiences, maybe false careers, false job, false sense of self that attracts false friends and false lovers that don't actually love you, and relationships that don't actually relate to you because they don't relate, and you don't relate to yourself. Well, this is just some examples about how self-deceit can start to occur in your life in a psychological sense, which is like a minor layer inside of the bigger, all-encompassing layer of the spiritual foundation inside of you that we're actually trying to talk about. Just some examples to see how that psychologically works. And this self-deceit needs to be busted. And that will mean that when you're now a grown-up, you will see these areas of life that were made out of sandcastles, false self, false relationships. They will implode. They will need to implode. And this is what happens on a true twin flame journey. So when you keep on doing the true inner work and you keep on going to the harmonious twin flame union state of consciousness it is all about, guided by a true teacher, then there must come these moments in which these self-deception inflated life areas will implode. So that's sometimes how it can happen, that someone loses connection with their family, loses their whole friend group all at once, loses their career, loses their income. It's like flop, and it falls away and goes its way to whatever place. The universe knows what to do with that. Don't worry about it. But then you're like, wow, I have a gap. No, something that was an inflated self-deception from your unconscious mind that was programmed wrong, not in the divine order, has now been correctly fallen away. And this emptiness is a beautiful place to get reprogrammed by the divine itself, so that you can now start to grow from the inside out in a way that forms your life that is correct. It is not a lie, it's not a self-deception, it can't be made undone anymore. It's a rock solid foundation under it. And that's how the spiritual development gives you the most foundational preparation for life. And on the twin flame journey, that can only mean that you will manifest being with the true twin flame very fast and safely, and be sustainably together with them. When you encounter self-deception in yourself, that is not the end of the world. It is the beginning of your journey and the beginning of your success. Try to be open to where you self-deceive in your twin flame, in the identity of them, in your own identity, in the identity of the teacher that you want to help you. And this is, at the end of the day, all one, because it means that you are deceiving yourself in the relationship with the divine. You're not really listening to your actual God. You may be listening to your ego God. And you're self-deceiving there. God is the original place where you come from. It's safe to open yourself to that blueprint and that conversation. The blueprint is being twin flames. The conversation is in the union space. And it is safe to invite that in your life. It is safe to let the rest go. And how to get there? Choose it now in your heart. I choose to stop self-deception. I choose to be guided by the true God. I choose to honor my decision to only live the true, rooted foundation of life itself. From now on, always. So I hope this helped. Manifest creativity. Creator of us all, be with me. When I open to connect with myself, when I uncover the creative source to retrieve her, the way you have placed it inside of me, and the way in which the exact same source moves and guides you as well. O divine Creator, make that I will be receptive to your voice, and lead me to the rhythm of your breath, so that I will find the movement that leads me, find words for it, and can experience the being of them openly. Thank you for the abundance that is received in this moment. Thank you for the power that makes that I receive this moment. In this atmosphere, you are very welcome to come enjoy our beautiful small opportunities, which are plenty in our Facebook community. It's called Your Abundance, and you would be very welcome to come in this living room of us to practice the central twin flame healing tool called Key, Key. You can download documents about it. You can find information about it under the hashtag Key. Put it in the search bar and press enter. You can present us with your own posts how your practice of doing this crucial twin flame tool is working out for you on a daily basis, and get support. But also we have a 4-event online live program there every month, in which I am available for you, just like that, to meet, get to know each other, and every one of the 4 monthly events has their own theme. One is to learn that key twin flame inner work much better than you might already do. And another one is talking about your mission. We also have a Q&A as one of the 4, and we read a little bit in the A Course in Miracles book every month as well, because your consciousness attuned to the source of creation better is what makes your twin flame come into your life much more easy. And that attunement of your consciousness is supported through that book. These are some of the things that you can do in our Facebook group, Your Abundance. And it's just available for you, this space for you to learn and share. Another thing is that from the group out, you can book small appointments with me that are for a small fee. They're called key sessions, and I can guide you through your inner work personally. Also, we could just talk about anything you need my personal support for, right? Another beautiful thing in the Facebook group, exclusively for Facebook group members, just like the key session, is the Divine Love reading. This reading report of many pages long gives you all the clues channeled from the divine for specifically you that you need to know to go to harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state it is all about, and from which your physical being together with your true twin flame is being birthed safely and guaranteed. At this time, you are also invited, if that feels for you, to come in for a big session. It's a 2-hour long, plus 20 minutes up front, and more services up front, plus afterwards an extra healing and extra information and more extra stuff session that is called Twin Flame Reset. In this reset, you will be transformed to the right state of energy and consciousness to go to your harmonious union state of being, to come into 3D twin flame union as quickly as can, as smooth as can. So give yourself that subtle realignment, reset of your inner space, so that you can go to the harmonious twin flame union space soon and with ease. That's why I developed this service. It's a tremendously beautiful opportunity that is here for you now. So if you want to give yourself the ultimate push forward, book yours now. You'll find the information about the webpage, where that is published below. Do you want to go to the brilliance of your harmonious twin flame union and manifest your mission business and be a candidate in that to become a creation coach helping other twin flame unions in the methodology that I provide as well? Then I have something for you. In 2024, I'm looking for one candidate that talks with me if they are the person fit to receive a 6-month closely working together with me, with 6 big sessions and 12 smaller in-between sessions, to get passed on from me to you everything that I stand for, or at least a huge chunk in coaching geared towards you. Then you are ready for the Twin Flame Brilliance package. And if you feel that that is for you, working with me closely in 2024, getting everything down that you may need, the Twin Flame Reset, the initiations, the mission business, finding out what it is and starting to build it, the becoming a candidate to be a real creation twin flame coach with me, with opportunity to help clients. If you think that's for you, then I invite you to come talk with me. And below you'll find contact information of me. One way or another that seems fit to you, contact me and I will provide you with the information how we can find out if it's you. I only look for one person that is going to be that in 2024. So we did speak about different aspects of self-deception in yourself, in your twin flame, in your twin flame teacher, and how to overcome them too. And I have to say, I have more for you because I have a video in which I speak of deceit in twin flame identification. Other aspects that will also be very helpful for you right now. And that's why I will send you to that video here in a couple of seconds. I will see you there. Love from Petra.